What's going on, you guys? This is the Disc Barn course preview presented by GK Pro. I'm Connor O'Reilly, and in this series we're going to be bringing you guys the key pivotal holes on each of the courses we play on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. These are going to be the holes that decide your round, ones that you really want to make sure to score on and avoid the red numbers. I'm excited to be here and to show you guys some of the key aspects of the toughest courses we have here on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Here at Brazos Park East, better known as the Beast, we're starting off with a par 3 at 291 feet. You've got a straight at it gap that some people will elect for, but a lot of the MPO players are going to take this spike hyzer on the right side. Really, you want to catch that slope on the left side of the basket and have it settle in nice. They added a wall on the right side of the green here, so no longer will the discs be rolling out of bounds. So stick it on the green, try to give yourself a circle one putt to start. This is one of those courses where a lot of times the wind sets up either tail or head for a lot of these open holes. We've got the tailwind showing today here on hole 1. It's going to carry the disc a little bit, so I'm going to play it a little softer than I typically would. Going Pioneer here. Stuck it close. Looked like it rolled, but that wall should have me with a close putt there. I'm just traumatized from in the past when you could stick the green and roll away, so I think the wall is good. It takes away a little of the randomness and kind of rewards all the shots that land in the good zone. And it's not bad to start off with a birdie, get everyone going. Good? Yeah. It's always good to start off with a birdie here on hole 1 at Waco. It's all about grabbing some momentum here in the first 3 open holes before you get to the tough wooded middle section of this course. Here we are on hole 2. It's a par 4 at 631 feet. Big power hyzer for the right-hand player off the tee here. There's a couple key trees to beat. The big light colored one on the right, also this leaning one in the middle. If you can shave past that leaning one with a flip-up hyzer, try to get as much distance as you comfortably can finish accurately with. Should be a pretty short approach into a green that can be pretty windy right there off the river. A lot of times this hole will play ripping headwind, making it a lot scarier to get the distance off the tee, but today we have the tailwind set up, so I'm going to take one of my slightly more beat-in drives, try to flip up this hyzer here. That's way wider than I want, but it might actually work out. Let's go. Living the good life. Sometimes you need a little luck out here, guys. We'll take it. All right, got 215 thanks to my trusty rangefinder. Typically, I'd like to be a little more left off the tee here, but honestly, anything with distance inbounds should be a pretty simple birdie. Gonna go heart backhand. That'll do. I'll be putting with the Faith again this season. Head over to the Disc Barn. They got a couple in stock. Really good, straight, glidey, slightly overstable putter. Good for putting and throwing. It's another birdie here on 2. Like I said, it's all about momentum heading into the woods. We'll see you on the first tough one in the woods there, hole 4. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the woods that the Beast is well known for. We're here on hole 4, a shorter par 4 at 441 feet. And we got our first guest of the 2022 course previews here with Corey Ellis. Corey's well known for his putting lethality. He led the Disc Golf Pro Tour in Circle 1 and Circle 2 putting last year. So he's dangerous around those greens. He's got a nice compact stroke. How do you like to play this hole, Corey?
I think I'm just going to throw a zone just around the corner just to try to keep it in the middle, and then it should be another zone right up to the basket.
This one's pretty simple. Hit your first gap, work your way up to where you can see the basket, and you should have a birdie. But if you miss that first one, it can be tricky. That's what these woods are all about. All right, gonna take my stable compass here on a little hint of hyzer.
Pretty good.
That should be up there looking at it. Don't tell him it was a third shot though, guys.
Got a soft zone. Stripe it down the middle.
Oh yeah.
Looks pretty good.
On those fork and all those pictures up here.
I got pinched behind this one big ass tree on the right side. Gonna have to go backhand turnover with my faith. I think I got that one up for a jumper. Let's see.
You land up here in the middle, you have two options. You got your backhand turnover, or I'm gonna try and sneak one up the middle.
Yep, nice and low.
Just like that.
Looks like it checked up. A little short here. This is one of those tricky looks. The slope behind it in the water. But you want to win tournaments, you got to run putts like this. Oh, just a little deep there.
Ooh, right over top. When I'm preparing for a tournament here, I'm always saying you got to make it twice or it doesn't count.
Like Corey said, always good to sneak in some extra putting practice during your practice rounds. I got to settle for par here.
Par's not bad on this hole.
Yeah, par's not too bad. Any of these holes in the woods, if you don't get through clean on any of your shots, par's gonna be just fine.
Thanks for having me on here, guys. I appreciate it.
Just wanted to say another shout out to the Disc Barn. They've got $4.50 flat rate shipping on any orders under $75, free shipping above $75. They've got all your latitude needs, all your trilogy needs, as well as some of that Discraft. They got all the goodies, so head over to Disc Barn, check it out, see if they have anything that you want. All right, here we are on hole 7. We have a special guest, the birthday boy himself, Mr. Evan Scott. Just turned 17. He had a breakout performance last year at USDGC. It's awesome to see so much young talent in the game. He's gonna throw this hole here with us and show us how he likes to do it. 7's a par 4 at 429 feet. This one's a big risk reward hole for a left-handed backhand or right-handed flex forehand. You can get up there for an eagle look, or you can play just a basic straight shot out of the gap and try to take maybe a soft stab at the basket on your approach. Either way, you're looking to score a birdie here if you get out the gap. Another one of those pivotal holes out here with a lot of scoring separation. I'm gonna start with a stock mid-range shot, which will probably be my tournament play. We'll also try to get a forehand up there to show you guys multiple different looks here. Going with my compass. Evan's gonna have to show you guys how to do this one.
I'm gonna try to throw the same shot he was just talking about, just stable buzz out the gap. Try to get it in position for a 3.
Go.
It's probably not too bad. Try a raptor on this one.
Should I throw a clean one on the backhand?
That's what I was looking for. Z Wasp, shout out to my boy James Corbin for the stamp. Should play too.
Nice shot up the middle there. I'm gonna go with my compass here.
He's gonna post on Instagram how I couldn't have done it without Lexi.
There you go.
You go try for.
No, thank you. I can throw it perfect and it's gonna go where the backhand went.
All right, that one should have squeaked through. Maybe got a guarded putt on the left side of the green.
Imagine missing the gap twice. So a little soft Luna approach shot. That's bad. It's bad.
That'll do, that'll do. The reason I like the mid-range here off the tee is I feel like I can still get aggressive in my approach and try to run an eagle, and it's a little less risky than the forehand for myself. A little too much hyzer, but that'll putt.
Try it again with another Luna. That one's a little better.
Good touch, good touch.
No problem.
This forehand play for eagle caught a little bit of shrubbage on the left side, but still got a long stab at it.
Go.
Tried, guys.
See if we can clean up birdie after that pretty rough second shot.
Well played, well played.
Putting from
I'll
this.
putt that one, yeah.
Putt.
Make the gap here on 9. It should be a pretty easy birdie, maybe an eagle. But if you miss it, it can be troublesome, and definitely one that'll mentally hurt the rest of your round. So you want to get clean through that first gap off the tee. We're closing off the front 9 with one of the most treacherous tee shots on this course. This one definitely has that pucker factor, makes you get a little tight, makes it a little harder to be accurate. This one's a par 4 at 519 feet with a late dog leg to the right. You've got this branch on the ceiling keeping you low here off the tee. A couple key trees in the middle that you got to shave either side of real close to get up into that landing zone. Then from there, it's a tight wooded approach up onto a mounded green. I like to choose my Flippy Explorer, something I know I can throw on hyzer low and it's going to drift late. I feel like that fits this shape best. Should be a pretty easy birdie from there. Dang it. I think it's a skip forehand. I'm pinched a little bit right here, so I'm going to have to elect for the skip forehand, just try to make as much progress right as I can. It's a pretty tight corner though. Brutal. There's a really tough pinch point here in the middle on this dog leg, making it really hard to get anything inside circle 1. So circle 2 is really common. Let's try to chip in a forehand for birdie. Oh, just a little much, a little inside. Got to go to a knee here. Waco is definitely one of those courses here in the woods where you're going to have to bring multiple different stances on the putting green. And I'm settling for par here, but really it's not too much of a settle. There's not going to be too many birdies here. As long as you don't blow up and take a double bogey, I think you're pretty happy with the 4 here. All right, here we are in the final hole, the wooded middle section that the Beast is well known for, with special guest Tristan Tanner, my good buddy. How you feeling coming off a hot showing in Las Vegas last weekend?
Doing great, doing great. Yeah, off season was very productive, ready to get out here at Waco and prove my skills again.
Yeah, Tristan's well known for his big forehand. This hole sets up well for a forehand off the tee. You're gonna play it down into the bowl, continue straight, and then it's gonna play up a little bank to the right to a guarded green. This one's a tough 3 to get. Really getting a circle 2 look is a pretty good look here. If you can get inside circle 1, you're counting your blessings. Let's see how Tristan and I like to play it.
I'm gonna go with a little more overstable Pioneer, just so I can commit to the power a little bit, getting around the corner. Not bad, not bad.
That'll work. Gonna throw my medium stability Pioneer here. Make sure it finishes to the right a little bit. Oh yeah, those should both be in birdie position. Easy pars at the worst. This is a pretty good landing zone right here. Gonna take a forehand, try to push it up the hill, give myself a look on the right side of the basket. Got a little greasy on the left side, but I found that might be the best way to get a good look on this basket from close, so got a putt.
Definitely the best way.
I mean, the only shots I've actually seen in Circle 1 did that. Oh.
What do you mean?
That's not. That's Jared Stoll's, I think. I think that's Jared Stoll's.
I'm gonna go with the same disc I threw off the tee, forehand, up at the top of the hill, try to just get myself a 45 footer, try to make a putt.
Ooh.
A little left, but I'm still putting.
When you got power like Tristan, you can play the same disc twice. That's nice on this hole.
Deep circle 2 putt here, clean line, gonna try to give it a step putt run. Dang it.
All right, you won't see too many shots a lot closer than this, especially on the forehand line. Let's try to take a stab at a rare 3. Oh, just tickled left side twice. Nope. Cut it. Cut it. Far. Once again, settling for par here on hole 12 for Tristan and myself. But like I said, this one's tough to get, so if you can grab a 3 here, grabbing strokes on pretty much the entire field. Coming through clean with the pars, no shame though. Thanks for joining us, Tristan.
Thank you.
All right, we're out of the woods, back into the open for the last 6 holes here at the Beast. We got special guest Ezra Aderhold, known bomber of the disc off the tee. With an arm like yours, what are you thinking on this hole?
Yeah, I like to go up the middle on this one, kind of just miss that mandle to the left, and then hopefully if I get a hold of one, we have some nice tailwind, I might get a look for 2. If not, it should be a pretty easy 3.
Yeah, we're looking at a right to left headwind here, so definitely one of the harder holes, or one of the harder winds to attack this hole in.
For sure.
But at 555 feet, it's still doable. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna take my stable drive here, just try to move it out left and give myself an open approach. Oh, we can clip back from here.
I'm going with kind of a straight onyx.
Oh yeah.
Still held up in the wind, kind of.
Yeah, that's a good pull. Yeah, I'm just playing a little safer off to the left so I can have an open approach. Not really looking for 2 in this wind. Or Andy, I'm a fucking noodle arm. All right, 217 to the green here. Didn't really have to do too much off the tee to still have a birdie look. Going with the backhand fade.
You're good. You got it.
A little soft on the approach, but we like to work on our putting down here during practice. So
I'll typically go backhand for this upshot, but with the right to left headwind, it could lift it and kind of pull it to the left, so I'm actually going to go forehand up this left gap, kind of fight that wind.
thanks, bro.
Should bowl.
Inspiring. I had to tell people I always like to work on my putting during practice.
You had that in golf, though. You hit the pin.
It's small enough to where speed control still does matter. I mean, that is true. I mean, if you'll have
Great putt.
Wasn't my best approach there, but sometimes it's good to work on your putting skills before the event.
We'll take it.
Plus, you really only have places that fast
All right, there you have 2 different ways to get a birdie here on the first hole, back in the open, hole 13. Another one of those holes you want to grab a birdie on because those last 4 get tricky, especially in the high winds. Thanks Thanks for joining us, Ezra.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you on the next hole, hole 15. Here we are on hole 15 with Brody Smith. He made his debut on the Disc Golf Pro Tour 2 years ago here at Waco. Excited to see how this guy continues to grow and learn the game. Bright mind, athletic dude. How do you like to play this hole?
This one's tough for sure. I think some people play this one wind dependent.
Yeah.
So if it's a headwind, most people are probably going to lay up and try to play it for a 3. They did change it. It's an interesting hole because they did change it from a par 4 to a par 3, and I think it does mess with some people because people want to get birdies, and when it was a par 4, I think a lot more people were willing to just chip, birdie, and get on. For me, it's going to be a forehand hyzer, get something out roughly around that first kind of rail, and then hopefully from there it's just kind of like a forehand zone up, get your 3 and move on.
Yeah, like Brody said, I think the change to a 3 here made this one of those classic bait holes that any good designer will put on a course where testing how aggressive you want to be or whether you want to just play golf, play for par here and move on scoring the rest of the course. So playing in a headwind today, that's the tougher wind obviously to get the 2 in. So we're probably just going to see some safe forehands here from me and Brody, but maybe we'll try to rip a backhand down there and see what we can do as well.
Calling Ezra.
You throw as far as me. Calling it.
That'd be so funny.
That's a baseball call.
Oh.
I'm calling you in I'm calling you in.
We should do this.
So good.
Oh, nice little drift up.
Oh, I heard fence, so it's safe.
Yeah, in play.
That was like new footwork, but the timing
Both
was
my
really
Rive
bad.
here, my stable one with this headwind. Played on some hyzer.
How stable should I go here?
I'm going my most overstable just because of the wind.
And you're throwing flat more than hyzer?
Yeah, slight hyzer probably. But that's a great spot.
Yeah, that's right where I'm looking to be, just short of the fence there. Take
Good
a
throw.
short 200 footer at it.
I'll throw 2 shots here.
How did you know these were the
one is
ones?
going to be the forehand, and then the other one, they're both going to be zones, but one will be kind of throwing out over the street, have it fade in, and the backhand will be more of a straight shot with a little fade at the end.
Okay. That'd be awesome. Oh yeah. Go in. Oh,
That was our first test. I didn't get zinged,
he hit the apparatus dead flat. There you
and it just kind of sat. I might be in on the apparatus.
I got a tricky stance here with this tree in my way, so I'm gonna go ode to the ultimate style of throw where Brody came from. Go with the right foot on forehand here. There we go, got a putt for par. That's all I really want on this hole.
Yeah, otherwise it was good. I like how it I feel like it had more spin.
Yeah, that's how you play this hole for par.
There you go. 2 different ways to play for par. I think making this hole boring is probably your best way to reduce stress and just try to score on the rest of the course and get ready for a tough 3 finishing holes.
Yeah, this hole is definitely one of those where if you play aggressive, you can get a big number. So
Yeah, probably the biggest score separator you'll see on the course. You'll see 2s, you'll see 8s. It's an exciting one though, on the hole 17. All right, we just flipped back around here on hole 17. This one's always a daunting one, especially when the headwind's ripping, but today, luckily, we have a tailwind making this one a little easier. We've got a special guest, Albert Tam, well known for his big forehand. How do you like to play this hole, Albert?
For me, it's a 2 sidearm hole. Like first sidearm chip close to the crooked tree back there, and then just trust the wind, trust the disc, and don't throw it in the water.
Yeah, that second shot's all about trust. Let's see how it's done here.
Ooh, boy.
If it's sat there, it should be a good spot. Looking at the basket.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, maybe a little short, but now it all comes down to the second shot.
All right.
Retrieve it.
We got our baseball background here with Mr. Austin Hannum. Let's see if we can get a overhand to the green. It's been done before, so let's see what Austin's got. It's a good win for it.
You rolling? I'm going for the tomahawk over the top. D1.
Yeah,
Let's go. Travel. I like that. Safe. I looked like he said safe.
Safe? I think it's
Let's
safe.
go, you guys.
Got a putt.
No,
we got a
way.
putt.
That's a big aggressive play here, but sometimes coming down the stretch,
Oh, yeah,
you need
came
something
in and
crazy.
tell me we're throwing putters on 18. Like, it's pretty much a perfect landing spot for me. This tree always comes into the play, like whether I throw it a little long or short. But this time we got a little right to left wind, so got to give the second shot a little more height.
Good shot, Albert.
No retriever today.
Yeah. I pushed this one to the back side of the hill. It can be a little scary. The discs might roll out of bounds, but 300 feet to the pin. Down here pretty level with it. Going with the Pioneer forehand. Edge of circle putt back out the water, but we got some there.
All right, here we are at the tomahawk. I'm probably 75 feet. Let's see if I can get a 2. Should be an easy 3 no matter what.
Go.
Drop.
Oh! Tickles left side chains.
Easy 3, I'll take it.
Thanks for showing the people how to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, just outside the circle, looking at the water. Snuck that one in the left side. Albert threw a better up shot, so see if he can knock it in.
Buckets.
There you go. A day like today, 17's playing pretty tame, but that headwind kicks up. Final round of the tournament, you're in the mix. This hole can be really tricky. Thanks again for joining us, Albert.
Thank you for having me.
Safe travels on the tour this year. We're glad to have you and all the other Europeans over here competing alongside us Americans. Disc golf's never been stronger, and it's awesome to be a part of it. Here we are on the final hole of our Disc Barn course preview. We're at hole 18 at the Beast. This one's an infamous hole. Simon, a couple years back, threw his putter across the water in a tailwind. Ridiculous shot. This one's always good for some excitement. Last year they changed it to a par 3. It's 470 feet. The prominent feature is going to be the dip down to this water here. A lot of times we're playing into a headwind, making this hole pretty tough. And if there is a headwind, I'm going to elect to lay up to the left, chip across, try to take a par. But in this left to right tailwind, it's prime for ripping a distance driver down there, trying to get a look at the 2. This shot's all about mental commitment. Put it on the angle you want, rip the shot. Oh, there it is. You want to put it just there on the right side of the green, let it slide up that slope. We got a putt for 2 to finish our round here. There you have it. This has been the premiere of the 2022 GK Pro course preview brought to you by the Disc Barn. Once again, we're here from Waco, Texas, a place that holds a special place in my heart, just down the road from my hometown of Austin, and a course that's provided a lot of excitement over the years. Paul Macbeth shot one of his 18 downs here. Simon putting on his theatrics, throwing a P2 across the water for a look at birdie here on hole 18. This year's bound to show us some more excitement, so make sure you tune in on the Disc Golf Network and watch all the post-produced coverage on YouTube from GK Pro and all the other media companies. Once again, this has been Connor O'Reilly, and this has been the course preview presented by the Disc Barn. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you at the next stop.